thank you. Again, I guess I have the worst time to give a presentation just before lunch. So bear with me, I'll make it quick and easy, and hopefully in 5 minutes. I was planned for 20. So thank you for having me. So I'm going to talk a bit about Internet of Things. I did my PhD back in 2005 on Internet of Things, ironic enough. 13 years after, it has become a thing. So it's Internet of Things. So I work in Dubai. They're working on something called smart cities. If you know what smart cities are, it's the idea of bringing sensor technology, bringing ubiquitous computing, if you know the terminology, the idea of sharing and getting all this information all around us and making it happen. We talk a lot. I mean, obviously we have all these summits, all these conferences. We will do. And today I'm going to tell you of something we did. And I think we are the first to do this, we being Lebanese. So I'm obviously proud to be Lebanese. So let me go ahead and talk about this. So if you don't know what Internet of Things are, the idea of connecting data was Internet. Connecting physical entities is what Internet of Things are. So if you have sensors all around us, we have again, smart fridges, smart buildings, smart houses, smart cities, smart countries. Hopefully Lebanon is one of them. So the idea is, how can we take this technology further? Obviously, coming from an education background, I have a PhD in computer engineering, and I was an AUB professor. I came back to AUB in 2006. Then decided to go back to Dubai and work there. So I'm in the education field and in the engineering field. So combining these two together, we get to, again, the idea of Internet of Things is a bunch of things, typically sensors, connected with each other in order to do something. What that something is where we come in. So it could be, again, checking if you have something in the fridge, or it could be, again, checking traffic. It could be connecting to a friend. All these technologies are out there, applications are out there, but not used the way they should be. So I'm going to just skip through, obviously, because I told you I'm aware of time, I'm aware of lunch. So I'm going to move all the way to where we are. So the idea is technology is very important. Unfortunately, schools in the country, in Lebanon, and in Dubai, I mean, Dubai, all think Dubai is super rich and so on, they're way behind Lebanon. I'm telling you out of experience, I've been working there the last 10 years. In the States, they're way behind. I mean, you think US, Cambridge, Stanford, Oxford, and UK, and all these countries, even the schooling system is not advanced. And the question is why? Anybody knows why? Nobody? You don't think about what we're going to have for lunch. So I will tell you why. Why? Because nobody cares. Because we don't want to have a 5-star school. Why would we? I mean, we have a 5-star hotel because it makes me money. That's the idea. I mean, Lebanon and many other countries, education is a means to make money. Let's face it, come on, let's not joke ourselves. So if you go to any school, the idea is the principal, most of the time, doesn't even have a PhD. He's not even in the education sector, most of the time. I think I'm not going to claim I'm the only one who has a PhD, but I'm just saying the idea is not about a PhD even. It's about the passion. The principal usually is a businessman, wants to think how to make money, how to get tuition, how to staff, get teachers, and so on. So the idea is the education system is usually not on the top of our list. Usually hospitality is, F&B is, and so on. So technology in education has not went, or has not gone as far as we would have hoped for. Many issues, again, we have a lot of issues with education. Some of my colleagues here, I mean, some professors, I guess, we're talking about interactive learning and entrepreneurship and so on. That's good, we could talk about it forever. But if you don't take actions, nothing will happen. So I'm here to tell you that I actually took action. We have a lot of issues, again, lack of student motivation, lack of infrastructure. Come on, I mean, we are in Lebanon. I mean, internet is a big thing here. It's kind of it's a privilege if you have internet. Electricity is a privilege, which is obviously showing that our infrastructure is 50 or 100 years behind. So we don't have infrastructure. We're still using old teaching technologies. I mean, I went to my school, funny enough, after 20 years, and I saw my same teacher, the same teacher who taught me, still teaching, with the same book he taught me with. I mean, obviously, that's because this is how we're raised. This is how they taught us. And they're still teaching the next generation. So there's a gap between teachers, parents, because we always say if the student's going to make it, if the teachers and parents work together, obviously we're not doing this. Technology trends, everybody has an iPhone, everybody has a tablet, everybody has virtual reality headsets now, everybody plays Fortnite, if you know what Fortnite is. Everybody is into gaming, technology, so technology trends is telling us something. We need to look at technology and apply it in our schools. Lack of learning analytics. I mean, again, we talked a lot. We have all these conferences. I've been to, like, I was in China 2 days ago. We go to these conferences, everybody's talking, everybody's preaching, but we're not actually doing anything. So learning analytics, I mean, we just had a talk about banking. Banking is important because it makes money. We all care, we're all listening. So the idea of learning analytics is the same like blockchain and all these big data, what we're learning. So if I could know what the student's doing, we always say an apple a day makes the doctor away or something like this, right? Do we have any evidence? Anybody have done any research on this? We always say it, right? With learning analytics, I could prove if somebody had a snack in the cafeteria before he did the quiz, he did well. Because based on thousands and thousands of data that I'm collecting from my students, I could figure out a connection between what they're doing, what their activities they're doing. If they're good in football, I could figure out the talent. So all these connections, we call them learning analytics. How does it affect our teaching and how does it affect our learning? Again, lack of innovation and creativity. So again, if you know what B-School is, I think we had something about design thinking yesterday. B-School in Stanford, so I went to Stanford as well. So B-School is where they teach empathy, they teach design thinking, how do you think? We don't do this in our schools. So let me tell you this, the Lebanese curriculum is very good. I mean, obviously I came from the Lebanese curriculum. I think most of us here did baccalaureate or bac français or something, right? So the Lebanese curriculum, in the core, it's very good, but has a lot of weakness. And the weakness is entrepreneurship, it's innovation, it's creativity, it's logical thinking, all these things. So to summarize, all these are the issues that we have, and how do we solve it? We use the concept of Internet of Things in school. So I founded a school 4 years ago in Lebanon. It's called the International School of Innovation. I was actually on a TV show called Stars of Science. I came runner-up, made some money, I'm not gonna lie to you. Used that money to help me out. I founded the school, costed millions. Obviously it's not about the cost, it's about the effect. So many people said, I'm gonna be honest now, are you stupid? You're opening a school in Lebanon? You are in Dubai, you know Dubai has tons of money. Everybody begged me to open it in Dubai. Not even Lebanon, not even Beirut. I opened it in Sur, the south of Lebanon. You know where Sur is. So the idea is, we opened it there just to prove if it could work in Sur, in a town, in a city, then it could work everywhere. And I think we proved it. I'm going to show you some stats. So we use Internet of Things in this school. We teach unique subjects. We teach innovation, part of the curriculum. So this school is a Lebanese school, part of the Ministry of Education. So we do brevet, we do baccalaureate, same like any other school. However, we twisted the curriculum. We made our own curriculum. So we added innovation, we added creativity, we added logical thinking as a credit course. They take it. We added STEM, obviously I think you know what STEM is, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as part of the curriculum, so every student has to do it. We added multilingual, so we add 4 languages, Spanish, French, and Chinese, and English. So again, I say Chinese because I think we all know where the future is going. So ideally, we took the Lebanese curriculum, we used technology in the school in terms of sensors. The whole school has sensors in it, everywhere. From the cafeteria, so if they eat a manouche from the cafeteria, the parents will know on the spot, live, they will get the message. If they have allergy against the food, automatically that food will be blocked from the cafeteria. Obviously it's cashless, they don't use money, we use biometric, we use fingerprints and NFC, wristbands, as you see there in the picture. We use augmented reality, which means all the worksheets that we give are augmented. So if they don't know how to answer a question, all they have to do is put their phone on top of it, and the teacher will come out and explain that question. That's what augmented reality is. We did virtual reality. When I say we, obviously it's me and my team, but most of these technologies are patented. So I have 2 patents, which means it's made in Lebanon. Nobody has these technologies. We have digital report cards where parents could sign it with their fingerprints. So you know when we بطاقة العلامات, when you give it back home, usually they sign it. Now they use their fingerprints to sign. So we track the buses, so you always know that bus are issues, right? So as soon as the student comes to the bus, the parent will have the GPS location and they can track it where they're going and so on. We have live cameras. I'm going to keep on going, but the idea is, in a nutshell, this is the interface that the parents have on their phones. We have everything and anything because all these are connected to sensors in the school. So everything is ubiquitous, which means we don't do much. The whole system is working on its own. That's what makes it so special. Again, from behavior to awards to activities, everything they do on the spot, it comes on the parent's phone. The coolest thing about what I have done is something called the Kingdom. You see it there, is the gamification. So everything you see here in front of you is a game. So the report card of the students is based on what they're doing in school, grade-wise, plus activities, plus how many calories they're burning per day. That's going to affect the game. So the game is the game. It's a normal game like any other game. And they see where they are in the school, they see the leaderboard, and they have wishes. They can make a wish and they have to grant it. So this changed the whole way we teach. And the effects are humongous. I mean, if you see where we started 4 years ago, I started with 100 students. It doubled the second year to 200 students. Then it quadrupled to almost 800 students. So, and the success rate is 100% in the Lebanese exams and all these statistics that people care about in Lebanon. But I think the effects, in my opinion, are way beyond the exams. We are working on personalities. We're working with MUN, if you know the MUN program, LAU, and in New York. We're traveling to New York soon. So all these connections is we are using design thinking in order to design the curriculum. And we have succeeded so far. The school will be franchised in Dubai and many other countries. And because we believed in what we're doing, and I think we can make it, instead of preaching, we will do, I think it's about time to start doing. Thank you so much. Have a good night. More time, I'm going to do them, but I think I sent the message across, hopefully. So if you want to see some picture real quick, these are some students in the school. And the desks are interactive. You can see these are normal desks. The table, the wooden desk, it's not a tablet. It's a wooden desk. This is a patented technology I've created. So they use their fingers to write on the desk without tablets. It's a projected light. You can see four of them there. This is another student. So you have augmented reality. You can see the worksheets. This is a teacher. That's a normal paper. If they put their tablets on the worksheet, the teacher will come out. You can see her in the middle. I think I can show you a small example of augmented reality before you go there. I think I have something here. For example, this is a worksheet of a KG1, I think, student. So, don't know if you have audio. Oh, we don't have audio, but that's fine. So this is the teacher explaining that question at home to the students, even if she's not there. And this is a normal paper. It's not a tablet. It's a normal paper in front of them. Okay. So any questions? I think for this question is what's cooking? What do you have for lunch?
Hi.
Yes.
Actually, I think this presentation should have been the slowest one because it's really interesting.
I had to move fast. I had to.
Yeah.
They had a gun behind me. You didn't see it, but I had to. Yes.
Actually, my question is, why haven't you thought about making it wider to engage universities in this? Because I teach at AUB and LAU, and we're really missing such technology in our system.
100%.
So what, in your opinion, can be done at the level of university?
100%. Yeah, again, as I told you, I am an ex-AUB professor as well. Yes, an AUB, which is, in my opinion, #1 university in the Middle East, in my opinion. So, but they don't have technology. They don't invest. Back to the same point I started with at the beginning. I'm not going to say it again. But ideally, I totally agree. International School of Innovation is the baby of International University of Innovation. So, as you said, this is step one. Step two is exactly what you said. Is take it further to universities. 100%. Thank you.
How are the tuition comparing to other?
Definitely, that's a very good question. Tuition are less than our competitors, like NGV and BSA and so on. So it's less, I can give numbers. So about $4,000 per year, and which is typically a 5-star treatment with $4,000, I think that's not too much. Yeah. Any other question?
Hello. So before starting with universities, why don't you target schools in Beirut, where we're paying like $10,000 or $12,000, even more, as tuition fees? Why don't you start implementing it as partial implementation? Because for God's sake, what I have seen now has frustrated me as a mom at IC. So we're far behind this, and we would love to have this. Why don't you start hitting schools? Please do.
Yeah, 100%. We are franchising, so the next branch of the school, inshallah, will be in Beirut very soon. Not very soon, but the plan on paper it's very soon. And as you said, the technology could be franchised. It could be, we are franchising the technology different than the curriculum. 100%.
Bear in mind, you will really face resistance because they are really old schools. You know, so
I have to partner with them.
Start somewhere. It's going to be a long way.
And hopefully we have Watfa.
Do you have something in mind?
Not yet, in the making, yes.
So please do.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.